Well, if this is a mindscape, we just each get a peekaboo in each other's hand. It's a little unfortunate. Jane's hopefully enough to win the left on her own. Derek doesn't really have numbers without like Shang-Chi. Dog gets +6 here, up to 7 in the negative zone, and then I'm -3, so I'd be at 4 here. So they'd have to put... Yushiyaki the left doesn't make the pick smaller. It does, but I'd much rather take 5 off the rescue. Do you think they stay if I boomer step them? Even if they leave here, I think them not getting to see Shadow King has value. That's your YouTube vids for the longest time. Great to catch your stream. Thanks for hanging out, Nublo. I'm not sure I understand the last part of your message. I appreciate you being here. I think their deck just like doesn't have any numbers bigger than a Loki, basically. Or Wicked. I think once Wicked's in play, like Loki's their only other card that like puts a number into play, so negative zone's just really bad for them. Ain't that Kate variant? That is the level 50 season pass variant. Golrath, early Hoagland. Yeah, we're cracked 1,000 viewers. We haven't even been live for an hour yet. Oh, snap. Let's snap the Dekodra. Victory. Welcome to the good place, something like that. Although firing up almost as soon as I woke up means I didn't exercise this morning. So let's get on the bike early, I think. Oh snap! Opponent snapped. Yeah, we'll play for all of it. My coffee feed. I do not drink coffee, no. How's this? This'll put the dark dimension here which will stop their on reveals. Like, I think this is actually just sick. Quake has such incredible utility. Just so good. Murder World jump scare there. Had to do a quick double check on what turn it was. They play for Savage Lands every time, right? I think they play for Savage Lands and they pull their wolf out of the left. What if I did this? This would give me 4, 9, 12 here. And they're at 4. So they would need, like, a Jane Foster here. What's this? I think they move their dog, and I think I win the right if my dog goes there. Is this local man about to be Shang-Chi'd? Man, out of one with Beta Ray in the center. That sucks. I thought they were gonna put more points than that there. Oh my gosh, we win the breaker, yeah? So close! This deck's so much fun. I love this archetype. It's one of my favorites. Alright, well, we're certainly nowhere near done playing this one, but I do need to roll some adverts. We'll see you in 120 seconds, video gamers. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. Okamikos, thanks for re-upping that sub for the second month. Welcome back. How early is it for me? It is a 7:30 Central Cornfield time. Oh, this is a good deck for completing alliance move missions. We're having fun here. I thought this was Marvel Snap. You're supposed to sweat your way through 13 rounds at the Proving Ground. Something like that. I'll probably play Mobius at some point. Ditch this guy.
epic.
Morning, Phoenix. Sleep is overrated. I slept for 6 hours last night, chat. Sleep's important. Make sure you're sleeping. Gotta take care of yourself. Other people aren't gonna do it for you. That's the earliest I've ever seen an American streamer live. I guess it depends on what your definition of early versus late is. What's going on, Thanos? Thanks for the 10 months. Welcome back. Jeff's Alliance is looking a little anemic. I think all of you people who are grinding these Alliance missions hardcore are psychopaths. More power to you. Hopefully you're having fun doing it and not burning yourselves out. How are you liking Alliance? I think the Alliance missions are one of the singular worst things they've ever added to the game, and I hope making them better is a huge priority. I think it's absolutely atrocious design that a new card releases and all of my Alliance missions tell me I need to move cards or destroy cards or play fucking Hulkbuster and Green Goblin together in a deck. So instead of being able to have fun playing a new card, if I want to min-max my Marvel Snap experience, I feel compelled to play stupid stuff instead. I mean, I'm not a downer for disliking alliances. Like, I'm just ignoring them. So it's fine. I'd be a bit happier if I, like, could get extra things or feel like I could engage with it meaningfully. But it feels like the only way for me to engage with alliances is if I choose to play in a way that's just not remotely fun for me. I would rather pretend they don't exist than min-max my enjoyment out of the game. So guys, what are your thoughts on Wicked? I think Wicked is the most interesting and fun deck building card to get added to Marvel Snap in a very, very long time. And I like him a lot. I think the core idea of what alliances are trying to accomplish are very reasonable. I think the current implementation in the way they're going about trying to accomplish it is absolute hot dog water.
Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir.
And that's not terrible. Oh, thank you for the 14 months. Welcome back. Appreciate the prime. Yeah, return share. Yeah, people asking about the username. This is a Glendale regular. One of our whales here. I got Pixie, but I cannot find a lot of data online. Is her play rate low? Yep, she is not super popular. you're looking for my preferred pixie deck, I posted a highlight on the Jeff Oakland YouTube channel Wednesday last week, I think. I never see you play Airship. Any particular reason? I hate playing against Airship. This is not a sweaty play the best decks kind of stream. And Airship is objectively one of the best decks and objectively the most popular deck in the game right now. So, regardless of my personal feelings about Airship aside, I wouldn't be playing it even if it was a deck that I enjoyed playing, because I think playing a bunch of mirror matches is one of the worst things in a card game. So I, generally speaking, shy away from playing decks that are super popular because I would prefer not to play mirror matches. As for the question, my personal opinion of Airship, Airship also is a card that doesn't really allow me to play Marvel Snap the way I enjoy it. The number one thing that I enjoy about card games and playing games like Marvel Snap is the process of optimizing my decks. And Airship is resoundingly Airship feels like playing fucking Magic the Gathering, honestly. Your deck building choices largely don't matter, and the experience is incredibly high variance and mostly random. Just like completely, wholly, unironically, just feels like playing Magic. I think I have to leave again because of this acid arrow. Nothing to do this turn. Marty Punker, longtime viewer, first-time subscriber. Thank you for the 93 months and the absurdly generous tier 2, Marty. Hope life treating you all on this Tuesday. String it on here for so long.
Gotta run, hun.
Your decks are queued up. I have one more after this one. Is this the game? I'm gonna wait one more, actually. We'll make next game the game. I have no Wolf, I have no Thor. This seems kind of switched. Every time they've snapped us so far, they've Loki'd us. But you want to talk about cards I dislike? The new Loki design, I feel like I'm gonna be beating a drum until he gets nerfed into the ground. He's genuinely the biggest redesign miss I think they've ever had. Absolutely despise it. I think they took a kind of interesting build-around card and made him a generically good card that goes into basically everything. It's also significantly better inside of Airship. You think Thanos not counting as one of your 3 cards akin to Agatha would fix the archetype? I mean, if by fix you mean make incredibly more powerful, yeah. It would definitely make it much better. Does it make it too powerful? I don't know. That's the actual question. I also honestly despise the fact that this new design rewards you for triggering Loki more than one time. Feels completely and wholly unfucking necessary. It's just why? Why? Old Loki died for the sins of Reddit crummies. I actually don't think that's remotely true. Nomadic, thank you for the 3rd of year. So I can understand why they made the change that they did. 100%. The reason why they changed Loki is because they would 100% changed Loki because what's the word I'm searching for? They would 100% change Loki because they didn't want it attached to your cards in hand when Kate Bishop released. Because if Kate Bishop released while Loki had his old text box, every single Kate Bishop deck would also be an old Loki deck. And I think that's what they wanted to avoid. Well, pucker up, Buttercup. Good for you, it's good for me. Yes, they've also said they want to make old cards as long as old Loki was tied to what's the word I'm searching for? As long as old Loki was tied to your ability to generate cards, all card generators have this ceiling that's awkward. Or they can only, there's a real ceiling on how big they can be. How good they can be. For the general good of the game, I think disconnecting Loki from card generators is good. I just also think the design they chose to disconnect him with is completely boring and uninteresting. Every time, yeah? Wins every time? It says he's reached 7s in the middle. This wins every time, says local man about to be fucked by his own Shadow King. Is Rocket? Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to Rocket first to play around the Shadow King on the right. I'm probably supposed to play around my own Shadow King on the right. You've gotta be kidding me. Alright, so it turns out none of our choices mattered, and it just like that's an Erishim Darkhawk on Onslaught. What added a card to my deck? Oh, I added a card to my deck with Stormbreaker. Good shit. Bill added a card to our deck. I also think that unfortunately, the experience, I think they made Erishim much worse to play against in their last set of changes. I think you're surprised Ben's playing Erishim. No, they've mostly been one-tricking Erishim. I think making Erishim more random and also giving them Loki made the play experience markedly worse. Yeah, it feels extra bad when your Loki opponent, your Erishim opponent's like, by the way, I'm gonna play Loki on curve 3 out of 4 games in my 27 card deck now. Alright. I think we're gonna move along to our next pile of cards. That one was fun, but I'm gonna give it one more. I like this deck. We haven't had a ton of submissions this morning. I need one more chance. That was such a low roll. I had the exact same experience. I found Erishim to be less of a problem pre-last patch for sure, and this patch feels real bad. Completely agree, Soul Eater. I was a big proponent of Erishim's not a big deal, and after the Loki design change, It feels bad that Airship gets to play a card where every time they play Loki on turn 2 or turn 3, I have to fucking leave the game or I lose. They shouldn't get to have a 20% I win button. It's not remotely acceptable. Hey, Navier, thanks for the biddies. Be happy to run back some more wicked bounce. Good to get the bouncing in early in the stream before my brain is melting. Are the Jeff Spotlight variants coming to the shop because of Jeff Wing? Spotlight variants come to the shop 1 year after they release. Procrastinator, yep, live early for drops today. I'll be live late tomorrow because I have a prior engagement that I couldn't get out of, but we'll be live early today, Thursday and Friday, most likely. Well, it's unfortunate that Acid Arrow is going to give them a thing to power up now.
Opponent snapped.
Dimension's kind of bad for us. Yikes. Oh wait, I can Shadow King the Blade now, yeah? That's a thing? Man, part of me wants to boomer snap them. But they might play for the left, thinking they have the right locked. Play for 4. About to get giganted. You need a basic arrow to pull into here. Thoughts on bluff snapping? Bluff snapping is almost always objectively wrong in Marvel Snap. Bluff, in order for a bluff to work, a few different things have to be true. First, your opponent has to be playing the game at a high enough level to understand what you could be representing with your bluff. Second, your opponent has to care enough about the stakes of the current game and what they're wagering to feel risk averse enough to not want to call your bluff. Most people aren't playing Marvel Snap at a high enough level or paying attention enough to read what you're representing when you snap most of the time. And two, most people couldn't give a flying fuck about the things that they're wagering in Marvel Snap. Marvel Snap is basically the equivalent of playing poker with your cousins at a holiday party for fun money. You're just playing with free trips and everybody's a hero at a calling station. They just want to see the game play out. I don't even think that's necessarily a testament to play skill. I think that's just purely like, this is just like, there's no, you're not playing for anything meaningful, right? Have some rocks, bud. If bluff snapping is as bad as you say, doesn't that mean boomer snapping is profitable? Yeah, 100%. Part of the reason why you see so many people snapping easy, obvious plays against me and me laughing about it is because those same people are getting paid out by other people who play this game. Like the reason why there's so many bad turn 6 snaps in Marvel Snap is because people get rewarded for constantly making snaps that are terrible against any reasonable player. Because again, most people are calling stations. They are incentivized, and the way they've played the game and experienced the game so far, they are encouraged to have that happen. You are 100% correct. The reason why there's so much of that behavior is because they get paid out constantly. Evan Dragon Rider, thank you for the 60 months. Something I don't talk about a lot. When I give my "This is who I am" speech, I talk about my math degree and my teaching background and other stuff. But something that is also true about me as a human being, is that part of the way I paid for myself to live during undergrad was playing cash poker. So one of the reasons why Marvel Snap resonates well with me as a gamer is because this is very, very much in my wheelhouse. Do I think 10 wins here or 12 wins here? I think so. This is gonna be 2, 4, 6, 8. So this will be 12. Dog jumps 3 times, so that's 14. So we're going to 20. So I'll be 26, 10, and 12 here. So they'd have to put 6 here while putting 11 here.
Face the might of Asgard. Union.
Yeah, they just feel safe on the left, like I'm not going to compete there, so they're playing hard for the right. What's your best poker format? I just play Hold'em usually. Red light, thank you for the prime. These days I don't play much poker aside from like small house games with friends just for the social element. Like playing poker for money is an incredibly tedious task. It's nothing like the movies. Like, playing poker for the sake of making money is a lot of grinding small optimal percentages and folding lots of hands. You put an earbud in, or you read a book, because you're gonna need something to do, because a lot of what you're doing is just waiting to see. Wow, it's like Seth. Yeah, to a degree, part of the reason why everyone's a calling station in Marvel Snap is because playing optimally and not getting to see hands is fucking boring, chat. Playing betting games in an optimal manner is so boring. Calling everything and seeing how the game actually plays out, infinitely more fun. Like, not remotely close, way more fun. Thanks for the Baker's dozen, David. You're ever on the 2+2 form? I have no idea what that is. You used to count cards with your math background. Counting cards is a blackjack thing. That was never a game I was grinding. I wasn't old enough to get into casinos when I was grinding cash poker for the most part. I was only like 18, 19. You have to be 21 to get into casinos in the state where I live. Little Porky Pig. Sakar, my own personal feature location against the Infinite deck. What a weird bug. There's a Shadow King in play here that's mine from the cable. It popped up, but then like visually is still in their hand. Cable, you can see it here when I click on the location. It says 5, 3 from Cable, 2 from Shadow King. Billy, Billy, Billy boy. Billy, Billy, Billy boy. Billy, Billy, Billy boy. Billy boy. Billy boy. This is a punishing draw for having played Beta Ray on the right. Because I wanted to do this. I might still, honestly. I think I'm doing this and just hoping I draw a hammer organically. It will be 40% for that. Because I don't want to Jane Foster here and then lock to losing the center, basically. And I don't want to Jane Foster here because it's Quantum Realm.
Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir.
Isn't it Quake mid? Instead of expecting me to tell you you're bad and wrong, tell me why you're good and right. If you want to suggest a play, say, Jeff, I think you should do this, and here's why. I think this is fine for us. The Sage is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 with the Quantum Realm. Puts me to 21. And then I'm going to 15 over here, and I'm going to 3, 13 over here. They have 4, 10 from the Black Knight. Oh, it's 50% because they stole a card. Good shout. Good shout. I just forget Untapped doesn't update that. I regret skipping Sage. Chief Student's real fun. Yeah, she's solid. You can definitely replace her with other things in here, though. Coolio. So we went center and right here. In this deck, for example, if you're missing Sage, you could easily play Wolfsbane. Although, like, this is an example where Wolfsbane would be a little short, right? Actually, would Wolfsbane still win here? Wolfsbane would be a 8 power thing, so we'd tie 17 to 17. Yeah, Wolfsbane would actually win this game too. We'd go to a breaker. You think they'd play a card right? Well, they had priority there, so that didn't matter. Also, you don't necessarily know that my opponent is a man, so I'd encourage you to say they could play a card right. Inclusive gaming spaces, video gamers. All right, I'm gonna run ads again, and then I promise as soon as this deck loses, we're gonna move to the next one, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm addicted to jumping wolves around the board, so we're gonna let this one see how far it can get in this Conquest, and then we'll slide along to our next viewer pile. Speaking of Arngath, thank you for the submission, appreciate that, welcome back. What are the odds/chance to justify limping? So, the thing that's really interesting about Marvel Snap is that you'll often hear people say things like, I should call here because it's a 50-50. But the thing about Marvel Snap that enough people don't think about is that if you think it's a 50-50, you're probably way fucking worse than a 50-50. Supali, thank you for the 41 months. Because if you're a coin flip against all the cards that you know exist, there's probably a handful of other cards you're not currently thinking about that are about to blow you out 100% of the time. So, like, there's a lot of spots where, like, okay, pot odds, it's statistically optimal to call here if I'm 50%. But if I think I'm 50%, I'm probably much worse than 50%, and I definitely shouldn't be calling. So the 41 months, Supali, welcome back. What's the background music? It's a banger. This is just the Marvel Snap menu music. They update their menu with a new absolute banger tune every single month. Why steal music to play on my stream chat when I could just play the banger Marvel Snap music? So there's no need to steal music when you're playing Marvel Snap on stream. We've got banger default menu music. It's so lovely. Hey, Maxwell, thanks for the over 3 years. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Hornet Hoist. I have Beta Ray Billy into Jane Foster on Sinister London. Giddy up, cowboy. Saying giddy up, cowboy reminds me of an anecdote from this past weekend. We took the kids to a small festival in one of the small Illinois towns near where we live, and they had one of the local dance schools was having their kids perform there, and the performers were very talented. But I have to say, there's something incredibly awkward about having small children dance to country music that's talking about drinking, gambling, and saving a horse to ride a cowboy. It's just one of those when you put comprehension of the lyrics next to what's currently going on, it's like, I'm not quite sure this is appropriate. All right, we are going to absolutely savage them with Quake on this Mojo world, I think is the game plan. So, completely unironically, my kid's grade school was having this, like, it wasn't a dance. They were having, like, this evening in the spring that ended with, like, at 45 minutes of a DJ playing music. And when Soulja Boy came on in my children's grade school, I was a little off-put, if I'm being honest. Because I don't think they were playing a version that I don't think said ho, but it definitely said something about a Superman, and I was just like, all right, that, like, I'm not remotely like a get offended by lyrics typically, but, like, probably not for the elementary school. Probably not a stellar choice for the elementary school. The context here is it's not great, boss. It's not great. Yes, Superman, that O is, I think that sounds right. That sounds right. That sounds like what was being said.
Face the might of Asgard.
Scoot over. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. Oh, August. There's Wanda. Wanda and I chat. We go way back. She's good people. She's good people. Her kids can be a little bit of trouble, but Wanda, she knows what she's doing.
I am Iron Man.
Boop. 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 God, I love this deck, chat. It's so much fun. So for reference, when you Nico the Mjolnir, to people saying order, the demon doesn't jump the dog. Oh no, fuck! I'm not, oh, I understand now. I understand. I am not Scarlet Witching the Limbo. I have made a terrible mistake. I understand. You are correct. It is an order flub. All right, they're leaving anyways. I just denied myself 2 cubes. Noted. That was on me. Mr. Brendo, thank you for the half a year. Welcome back. This is why Werewolf has abysmal stats, by the way, chat. For those wondering why Werewolf by Night has mediocre stats, it's because the brain capacity you need to play it is just like off the fucking charts. somebody snap that?
Snap.
I'll snap the dog draw.
Victory.
For people that haven't seen the opponent's deck, something close to this was in my best decks roundup this week. They are a Taskmaster negative deck. They look to set up a Wong with a Cassandra Nova or a Sage, sometimes Black Panther, and then go really, really, really big. Werewolf by night requires 2 brain cells to fire simultaneously, and that is unacceptable. Wolf on 2, baby, is delightful, yes. Push the button on the... Actually, I should eat Quake, right? 1, because it lets me make the lewd joke, but 2, this has text in this matchup. Wait, there's a second reason other than the lewd joke. There is, I promise.
I am Iron Man.
So the 17 months, V-Boy, appreciate it. I feel like I lose by Shadow Kicking my own cards every 3rd game of this. Well, that's definitely a skill diff. Is it crazy to just get rid of the Elysium? Probably.
Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir.
I am Iron Man.
Yeah, them taking priority is actually huge here, yeah? What do we think? Flip it, ship it, rip it, flip it? I gotta do this again for posterity's sake because we fucked it up last time. Dog goes center. Dog goes left. Dog goes right. Dog goes left. Dog and center. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? 10-point boost, 10-point boost on the wolf. So 22 plus 6. We're gonna be 28 here. We're gonna be 12, 15 here, but they're losing 8. Yeah, I think this is the play. Oh my god! Sage! It's a fucking massacre, gamers! I love the taste of casserole in the morning. It's my favorite. Werewolf by Night is just one of the most fun and interesting cards in Marvel Snap. It just tickles my brain in all the right ways. Big doggo. Like everything that is good and pure about Marvel Snap as a game is encapsulated by Werewolf by Night. Has deck building that's interesting, has sequencing choices inside of the game, lets you leverage understanding how priority works. Just so many minute things that happen so well. This hand's like not bad, but it's also not good. So I think if they think their hand is good, I'm gonna go next.
Escaped.
My strong hands that I'm looking to stay on a turn 1 snap into a neutral first location that involve like Werewolf on 3 or like Thor into Jane guaranteed. Also, I realize now that I've been playing Marvel Snap with this deck for almost an hour, and I haven't referred to Beta Ray Bill as BoJack Norseman yet, so I need to impart that tidbit into all of y'all at home. I think this location sucks for us, and I'm gonna get rid of it.
Face the might of Asgard.
Mjolnir to be. Ah, yes, my favorite part of playing against Loki, where I ask myself the question, did they draw Shang-Chi before they Loki'd? Our curve's really good here. If they don't have Shang-Chi, they are about to be in a world of hurt. Oh, I guess they could have our Shadow King, although that's a bit less good. We probably play through that a little bit better. It's a lot of fucking cards. Opponent with the miss sequence here. If they would have played Nico as their last card for the turn, she would have doubled to 6 on the following turn. So they missed a point there. Used the negative Wicked deck for fairly easy infinite climb last night. Lots of great win condition. You don't get your main draw. Yeah, I also think the negative Wicked deck is just a stellar example of like good, clear snap conditions that make it easy to control the stakes. It's very easy to look at that deck and understand. Oh my god, they took priority. Holy forking shirt balls.
systems go.
My dearest video gamer, I thank you for your service. We did not draw Sage, unfortunately, who would have been the best draw in my deck. I think it's this. Dog is at 4 and then jumps 4 times, so it goes to 12. Thors hammers another 6, so I'm adding 18 in the center. I'm adding 12, 32 on the right. I'm adding 4 on the left. Yeah, go for 8. Roger, go for 8. Over out. Quicksilver kinda helps keep your negative targets in the deck. Yeah, that's a fine cope answer. Oh no, now I'm worried we're gonna lose the left. Because naturally they had their Shang-Chi before. Got him. Sweet. Nice tech card, dork. I think that's the first time I've seen Stormbreaker say no target. It's kind of funny that the hammer talked. Doggo. Doggo. Is there any information about changes to leagues, or will it be a scam fest? My understanding is the leagues are going to count differently than the previous ones. I don't know that they've given us the details, but I am told there's supposed to be some kind of fix coming. / change. Alright, they have a copycat. We heard the noise. Are they sweating here, gamers? It looks looking like they're sweating. Knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on their cards already. There is supposed to be a patch today, yeah. Generally speaking, patches go live in about 90 minutes from now, but it's not a guaranteed / set time. And now we'll never know if they copycatted yet. Lost to the ages. Blink twice if bounces safe. Remember, patches are not how they balance the game anymore. Patches are for features and redesigns that require VFX changes. Anything that's gonna balance things that are currently too good, you should expect like Adam Warlock or Kang redesigns, not balance changes to top decks in the patch. The OTAs on the second and fourth Thursday of the season are where you should expect those other types of things. Nice low roll, bud. Yes, something that you could expect from the patch today is we could potentially see a fix for the copycat noise bug. That is 100% a good example of like reasonable expectation from the patch. They don't lock patches months in advance, but about 3 to 4 weeks out typically is my understanding. Okay, so they're Cable Drew by Mjolnir here. What do you think? Think I like it? I think I'm into it. Okay, I think I'm into it.
Clear for takeoff.
Then we'd love to draw Shadow King here.
All
Shadow
systems
King
go.
to right. This Twitch stream is pre-recorded in front of a live audience. I really appreciate everybody that watches here every single day. Please cue the laugh track. So Sage here in the center. This is gonna be a 6, so we'll be 3, 6. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So this is 8, which puts us to 20, and then each of these are plus 3. So we're getting 14 here up to 26. So I'll be 26 to 16, and then we'll be 11, 16 versus 2. Yeah, that seems great. It's like... So much fun. So many good sequencing decisions. Nice tech card, gamer. Nice tech card, gamer. You know what? You know what actually made me happiest about this set, Jester? And I wasn't expecting it going in, but the thing that stands out in my mind from playing this deck through that set is Scarlet Witch actually felt really good. And I think something that video gamers 100%, we talk about this a lot with a lot of other cards, but these effects, cards that mitigate location variance, are easily the most underrated, underutilized cards in Marvel Snap. Gamers would much rather complain about the location that was unlucky for them than dare to put one or more cards that could help them out in bad location spots. And we're not like, we have these two and we have Nico who helps sometimes too. So this deck has such good control over what locations you're playing into that it lowers the variance of the game overall. People thought Nocturne was going to be bad because she could lose you the game. Yeah, and honestly, I think Nocturne maybe helped highlight that for a little bit of people because, like, she was a card that was generically good past her location rerolling with her ability to move around. Yeah. Yeah, Legion is good. Legion is good too. Legion, Snowguard, etc. Yeah. This core was great. I like this a lot. I'm gonna let this one stay. Leave that one in the deck editor for later. All right.